Dear students of class 10th, as you have already studied the autotrophic nutrition in the sub-chapter that is nutrition as the first part of the life process, and now come to the second type of nutrition, that is heterotrophic nutrition. Heterotrophic nutrition can be defined as by these sentences as the organisms depend upon other sources of food because they cannot manufacture their own food. So this kind of mode, this kind of type of nutrition is called heterotrophic nutrition. It means they don't have the chlorophyll, they don't have the capability to manufacture their own food by the natural resources. Now these heterotrophic nutrition are of three types. By three modes, the organisms they get their own food. They get their own food from the sources, different plants, different animals. And these modes, these types are saprophytic, parasitic as parasitism, and holozoic nutrition, parasitic nutrition, and saprophytic nutrition. So these are the three types of the heterotrophic nutritions. And the saprophytic nutritions constituents the saprophytic nutritions, they constitute fungi, bacteria, and some chemoautotrophs. These chemoautotrophs and bacteria, fungi, they digest food from the dead and decaying materials by decomposing them. The dead and decaying materials, they get decomposed by certain bacteria and fungi, and these bacteria and fungi are saprophytes, and they get nutrition in the pre-digested form from the dead and decaying materials by decomposing them. Second is parasitism. Parasitism means the life forms, especially the small animals. Some animals are parasite. They depend upon their host for the feeding, like louse that is very common in the parts having hairs. Ascaris, that is found inside the human intestine. Hookworm, again it is found in the human intestine. Tapeworm, again this is the parasite of human. Mosquito, parasite of human and other animals. Plasmodium, this is the parasite of mosquito as well as human, etc. And that can be considered as the parasite. They may or may not harm to the host. ये अपने होस्ट को नुकसान भी पहुंचा सकते हैं और नुकसान नहीं भी पहुंचा सकते हैं. एंड थर्ड वन, द मोड ऑफ द न्यूट्रिशन, दैट इज होलोजोइक. होलोजोइक मीन्स इफ फूड गेट कैच्ड थ्रू ए कैविटी or through a mouth by the living forms, by the small animals, unicellular or multicellular, is called holozoic. The example is the best example of holozoic nutrition is amoeba, mosquito, human. These are all the other animals which are having the mouth cavity. Arthropod, fishes, amphibians, they all are holozoic. For example, in this diagram you are looking here that this is the food particle that is going to be catched by the amoeba. Amoeba, that is the formation of this food vacuole takes place by the folding of the cell membrane of the amoebic cell, and food is going into this cavity. Further this food get the food that catch inside the amoebic cell, and further this food is present inside the food vacuole, and when it get digested, the excretory materials they get excreted by the cell of the amoeba, and utilizing mouth or vacuoles to catch the food. So this is the holozoic type of nutrition. So my dear friends, these are the three types of heterotrophic nutrition: saprophyte, parasitism, and this holozoic. Now come to the types of the heterotroph animals. In the nature there are several heterotrophic animals, and heterotrophic animals are herbivores, carnivores, and omnivores, as you have already studied in the previous classes. Herbivores means elephant, horses, cow, and all the grazing animals, grasshopper, right from the small animal to higher animals. They are dependent upon the grassland, vegetables, and green land. They are dependent upon the plants. They are called herbivores. Carnivores, they are the animals, they are totally dependent on the other animals like frog, snake, cat, dog, lion, etc. They are purely carnivores and also designed for this type of feeding. Now omnivores, dog, human, monkey, gorilla, etc., they can be considered as the omnivores. They may eat herbs or they may eat fleshes, animals' meat. Now my dear students, in this topic of heterotrophic nutrition, the main important part is that nutrition in human. This one. Nutrition in human, that will be studied by you in detail. And as you know, the human require nutrients like carbohydrate, protein, fat, vitamins, minerals, and water for their survival and growth. These nutrients are for energy, growth and body functions. तो इन न्यूट्रिएंट की जरूरत पड़ती है ग्रोथ के लिए, एनर्जी के लिए और बॉडी फंक्शंस के लिए. लाइक कार्बोहाइड्रेट प्रोवाइड एनर्जी, प्रोटीन प्रोवाइड ग्रोथ एंड फैट प्रोवाइड रिजर्व एनर्जी सोर्स, रिजर्व एनर्जी कंटेंट. Now dear students, come to the structure of the human digestive system. As you have already seen the several diagrams, that human digestive system starts from the mouth cavity. In mouth cavity, presence of teeth, salivary gland and tongue for the different purpose. Teeth for the crushing of food, molar, premolar, canine and incisor, 4 types of the teeth are there. Salivary gland produce saliva for the digestion of carbohydrate inside the mouth cavity. Tongue is meant for the swallowing the food as well as taste the food because it is having taste gland. Secretion of lysozyme to maintain the pH in the mouth cavity to prevent from the bacteria, to prevent tooth from the decaying from the bacteria. So this is the lysozyme also, that is secreted by the secreted inside the mouth cavity along with the salivary amylase that is present in the saliva. Now from mouth cavity, food food pipe, that is the extension of the mouth cavity, which is called esophagus, and peristaltic movement starts from this esophagus and it leads to the stomach. My dear student, in the stomach there are several cells like mucosal cells, parietal cells and chief cells. They are found inside the inner wall of the stomach. Inside the inner wall of the stomach, 3 types of cells are there for the secretion of different materials, like mucosa secrete mucus, this parietal cells secrete HCl and chief cells pepsinogen. So these are the 3 materials that secreted by these different 3 cells that is present inside the inner wall of the stomach. And now this stomach leads to the small intestine. Small intestine, that is the longest part of the digestive system for the purpose of digestion and absorption, and it is divided into duodenum, jejunum and ileum. Three parts are there of the small intestine, that is duodenum, jejunum and ileum. In duodenum, finger-like projections are there and they are called villi to increase the surface area for the absorption. Further, this small intestine leads to the large intestine, and large intestine is divided into three parts: ascending colon, transverse colon and descending colon. My dear students, absorption of water and other required minerals are done in this large intestine, and further this large intestine leads to the opening into the rectum, which is the storage organ of the fecal matters. So this is the brief about the digestive system of human. If you start from this rectum, large intestine, small intestine, stomach, esophagus, then mouth. Our mouth cavity, food pipe, our esophagus, stomach, and small intestine, large intestine, rectum, and finally disposal of the fecal matters. So dear students, in this video you have already learned somehow the contents like this: life process, heterotrophic nutrition, three types: saprophyte, parasitic, holozoic, and types of the heterotrophs: herbivores, carnivores, omnivores. Now nutrition in human digestive system structure of the human digestive system, and lastly this complete. So in this video, thank you for watching this video. Thank you very much. We will again meet in the next video for the further coverage of the topic. Thank you.